Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I am currently standing in our camper. It is a 2017 Keystone Bullet. I made a full video tour on it before, which I will put in the cards above. But today is day one of the renovation of this beautiful camper. So I'm well aware that this is a perfectly good, beautiful camper. I just really want to make it our own, just a little like lighter and brighter, add a little bit more white and a little less brown. And so the way to do that is going to be to paint. So my first step for today is going to be to unscrew all these valances and blinds that you can see behind me so that I can start masking to paint. And there's a lot of nooks and crannies in this thing. And I've heard from pretty much everyone that like prepping everything, getting it ready to paint is actually the worst part. So I'm just gonna jump right in and start tackling this project. Step 1. Remove all blinds and window treatments from the camper. And one thing I quickly found out is these valances have about 800 screws behind them. This was a little bit more time consuming than I thought it would be. And again, you're just trying to remove anything out of the camper that might get in your way as you paint. I also removed this little vinyl piece that was behind the seating area that I think I'm going to recover. Step 2. Fill all the nail holes and sand them down. So all those 800 screws you just took out, yeah, you're gonna have to fill in all the holes with a wood filler. Okay guys, so day one is over. I am calling it a night. It's about 8:30. While it looks like I did nothing, I really hope that I did a lot of the tedious stuff today. So everything is masked for the most part. I took off all the wall hangings. I filled all the holes with wood filler. I started to clean the walls with this crud cutter. So a lot of people recommended this no rinse pre-paint cleaner TSP substitute. Prepares surfaces prior to painting, improves paint adhesion, blah, blah, blah. No unpleasant odor. So basically you wet a sponge with this stuff and spray it on the wall, put this on there in a circular motion, and then I took a old t-shirt rag and just wiped it off because it says you need to do that to prevent like smears and streaking. So essentially what this is, to my understanding, is instead of sanding, you use this stuff. So started doing that. That's going to be a big project tomorrow, and then hopefully I can start with the primer. And I'm hoping that when I start with the primer, that's when you'll actually be able to see some progress. So on today's agenda is taking off all the cabinet doors, cleaning out all the like mattresses and bedding that are still in the camper. I'm gonna have Stefan help me do that. And then I'm going to continue cleaning off all the walls, which is probably gonna take me hours and hours. And then maybe at some point today, I will get to start priming. So exciting stuff. Step 4, clean the walls. So here you can see I'm just continuing to wipe down the walls. This took me a good couple of hours. Step number 5, remove all the cabinet doors. And if you're trying to switch out the hardware, this is going to be the stage where you remove that. I actually ended up spraying all of the hardware black. That takes me to step 6. I spray painted all the hardware and screws in the camper. I used Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one, and I did 2 coats. Step number 7, prime. I'm starting by cutting in around the corners of the cabinets and then the corners of the window, and then using a foam roller to roll the paint on the rest. All right, and this is what the camper looks like so far. I've got everything primed and masked. Step 8. Now, while I'm waiting on the primer to dry, I am putting up this peel and stick wallpaper that I found on Amazon. Trust me, you guys will want to check out next week's episode for an in-depth tutorial on this. Step 9. Paint. But before you paint, you want to make sure that you sand down any thick spots of primer that may be left over. I opted to paint the upper cabinet and the media console white, and I'm doing all the lower cabinets in this pretty blue called Royal Navy. Step 10. Backsplash. This peel and stick backsplash is probably the best money that I spent on the camper. It makes everything just look so nice and expensive. It was really simple to do. I will also be doing a full tutorial in a separate video on this. Step 11 is to caulk. Step 12 is recover the cushions. This is also one of the projects that I will be doing an in-depth tutorial for, so stay tuned for that. Spoiler alert, they turned out amazing, and no sewing was required. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this first episode of the Camper Renovation series. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because there will be so many more videos coming. As I mentioned, I'm going to be doing step-by-step tutorials of a lot of the different elements that I did in here. These cushions, the wallpaper, the backsplash, I'm going to be breaking it all down for you guys. And it would really mean so much to me if you left me some feedback below. What do you guys want to see? Do you like this? Do you want me to break down like cost type stuff? Do you want to see what my favorite things are? So yeah, I am just thrilled with the way this camper turned out. We're still tweaking and doing some last minute stuff, but the final video in this series obviously is going to be a walkthrough of the camper, so you don't want to miss that. It's really, really beautiful. It's unique. It's not like a lot of the campers that I've actually seen. Definitely added my own touch to it, so if you want to see that, click that bell so that you never miss a video. And it pulled up a map and it says that it's 1 stop.